Great job. Listen up, you magnificent people. This is the day that many of you have been waiting for me to do something. This will be my plan to get out of the XRP and HBAR markets. Listen, I get it, this video might not be for you if you're the kind that never plans to sell your XRP or HBAR. Contrarily, if you wish to profit from the current bull run by selling your XRP and HBAR at a premium and then purchasing them at a sharp discount during the down market, then this film will be incredibly helpful to you. In order to greatly enhance your chances of achieving a life-altering fortune, it is imperative that you pay serious attention to what I say. I get that, everyone's trading strategy is different. Profitability isn't for everyone. For some, holding on to the past is more important than generating a profit. Repeat after me. This video is not for you. Do not do this if your goal is to generate income. I will begin with a short history of XRP and HBAR, then move on to discuss their performance in bull markets and their prospects for 2025. You may use this to roughly predict when the two sets of assets will hit their price peaks. The whole HBAR price history is now displayed. This is the case from the moment it was created. It is worth noting that HBAR is a young company, operations began in 2019. Therefore, compared to other cryptocurrencies like XRP, its trading history is very brief. Nonetheless, we were able to track its actions during the previous bull run in 2021. Not to mention how important this is for HBAR's future in this region. During the most recent bull run, HBAR nearly doubled in value. In December, it had a beautiful rally. In January, prices moved in a satisfactory manner. The rate of increase was just phenomenal in February. It then peaked in September or October after a massive correction and 4 more great monthly candles. It started to go downhill around the months of October or November, as you can see for yourself. Taking this into account, it is evident that this is the primary tactic HBAR uses during bull markets. A sharp decline follows a nice ascent and lasts for around 2 or 3 months. And then a second, even larger rush. Not only does HBAR follow this price trend, but so do a lot of other cryptocurrencies. You can see that it was somewhat similar. Significant price volatility for XRP was first noticed towards the end of 2020. A massive candle will be available in 2021. A considerable correction happened in March, around 1 month after HBA, and it lasted for a few months. Following that, yet another substantial surge. Please remember that the situation we are seeing now is very different from XRP. Specifically, the SEC action is characterized by a great deal of uncertainty. I firmly believe that XRP would have gone much further in 2021, maybe even surpassing HBAR, if the SEC case hadn't been a problem. Nevertheless, considering that HBAR was another cryptocurrency that met the requirements set by ISO back then, because of its exceptional success, it was able to seize a sizable chunk of the cryptocurrency industry. Because of this, the SEC stayed out of it as well. All things considered, it performed far better. With everything out of the way, let's go on to the present day, as the information we received in February of 2021 is actually quite close to what we observed on HBAR. To what extent they look alike is disturbing. To be sure, the candles are noticeably different in size. For instance, compared to earlier HBAR candles, the ones we saw in October and November were much larger. All through the cold season. In any case, the HBAR report's February candle had climbed. For HBAR, the month candles are green for 3 consecutive days, then red for 1. I also think that HBAR will have a tough time over the next several months due to current events, trade disputes, and economic uncertainty brought on by tariffs and other global conflicts. Remarkably similar to what we are seeing right now. I do not think HBAR will see 3 consecutive negative months. My guess is that 2 is the more likely figure. Moreover, a monthly loss of this magnitude is not something I expect. I do not expect a consistent 22% drop, to be more precise. I am predicting that this will be our worst month based on our present performance. Still, I foresee somewhat stagnant trade conditions, with a second big surge midway through the year. This is pretty similar to what we've seen in 2021. Like the surge in 2021, I anticipate this second surge to be far more powerful than the first. Coming up on the end of the year or in the middle of the year, I think we will have much clearer economic conditions. there will have been a sufficient reduction in interest rates by the Federal Reserve. Customers will be able to spend far more freely because of these factors. It goes without saying that the national debt will also go down. Another important consideration is the size of the United States national debt. A significant reduction in accruing by the Department of Government Efficiency will pave the way for quick economic growth in the United States. That, of course, will affect a plethora of other economies throughout the world. Assuming no catastrophic events like World War I-II take place, which I seriously doubt anyone here will permit, this will be a very advantageous development. With that in mind, the price might reach its highest point no later than the third or fourth quarter of 2025. What I want to tell you is this. Accurate timing is unnecessary. Actually, it's quite challenging to get the time perfect. If you are able to predict when prices will rise and fall, you will amass vast wealth. Even for XRP, this is the case. As I indicated earlier, XRP's performance in 2021 would have been substantially higher if the SEC action hadn't occurred. In my opinion, the third and fourth quarters of 2025 will see XRP's price hitting an all-time high based on what we can see. Also, right here is where XRP stands out from the crowd this time around. There has been a lot more price action this time around. A single month candle, which hasn't happened in a long time, was 281%. It was in 2017 when we last saw this. People are paying close attention, and I think XRP will have a spectacular performance this time. Compared to its competitors, this cryptocurrency is holding its own, with a monthly decrease of just 18%. Then, what are we aiming for precisely? Well, actually, it's not that hard. To ensure a smooth exit, wait until midway through the year before making a final decision. Currently, you need to pay attention to June and July to assess our progress. You might have observed that HBAR and XRP have been rising by over 10% every month in a row, and that the accumulation seems to be climbing every month as well. The next step is to start making plans to escape. We will return to the positive zone the moment we surpass 30% monthly, especially if we go close to 281% monthly. There are usually just 2 or 3 significant rallies that last for 3 or 4 months consecutively in a bull run. That is to say, if you see that we have a string of 3 or 4 months of strong performance, with some months showing increases of 30% and others maybe topping 100%, you should be ready to get out of here ASAP. If XRP continues to expand at its current rate for another 2 or 3 months, it will reach $20. Once you notice that the price of XRP has climbed above $10, it's time to start thinking about how you're going to get out of the investing game. I plan to start doing it then, since it would be wise to cash out and consider leaving once I've accumulated a significant sum of money. Many of you are probably asking, how much am I planning to sell? The reality is that it will amount to a little each day. Like I did when buying XRP for 48 to 55 cents a coin during the bear market, I intend to dollar cost average out a portion of my holdings every day for the next several months. Having said that, we are keeping an eye on the price movement, and the current value of each coin is over $10. I will be well positioned to capitalize on this if the price were to increase. If a coin's price rises above $20, I plan to sell a small fraction every day, gradually increasing the fraction as we come closer to my price objective. To restate, I might only sell 1% of my bag every day for the first 2 or 3 months. Therefore, I have approximately 3 or 4 months to devise a solution to my entire predicament. In my opinion, it is pretty much the highest point that this bull run for XRP can go, based on all my prior videos. Thus, I will raise that proportion to 3 or 4% daily to take more advantage of market action if I think we're at a stage where, say, we're at $25 or $30 per coin. No one has a clue where our peak will be, everyone will have a little different guess. The value of XRP is $20, $30, while the value of HBAR is $3, $5, in my view. I plan to start dollar cost averaging out a bit further as I get closer to that price target so that my exit strategy is as successful as possible. Everyone, pay attention. No, XRP is not financing me. Just being forthright about my plans to make money and my experiences in the past 2 bull markets is all I'm doing. The decision to do or not do that is totally in your hands. Just in case any of you wonderful people were curious about my plan of action, I thought I'd give you the rundown. Listen, guys, If you want to get the most out of your exchange trading gains and get a 10% deposit bonus, my recommendation is BTCC. You may join by following